Hello, everybody. Welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I also publish on Rumble, on the blogger site, and on Patreon for extra support. Any kind of news and updates or anything like that, I usually go about on the Twitter X platform, mainly when I do some live streaming. And yeah, yesterday I did some live streaming, uh, almost 5 hours. It was a long session, but we did manage to get around and do a lot of stuff. Discover some interesting places to go that were kind of hidden. I did manage to get around. I'm not sure. I think I mentioned yesterday reaching a place that we need some gesture to use to get access to that area, and we got some interesting lore implications in that hidden area that I mentioned. But yeah, other than that, I'm almost finishing up some of the NPC quests. At least that's my perception. Again, in terms of quests, I'm doing blind lore. I'm doing everything blind. I think I only like use 3 times any kind of guide to specific things that I was a little bit stuck. But so far, yeah. Still need to do Shadow Keep, which is like the what I assume where Mesmer is. I need to confront him. But yeah, other than that, I've been managed to keep out of major spoilers in terms of the story and lore stuff. So yeah, it's been a ride there. Again, having a blast. It seems that the performance is a little bit better in some areas from this latest patch. And basically that's it. The difficulty, again, I continue not to see what the complaints are regarding difficulty. I think they are not about more difficulty. I think they are more about the performance and making the some boss fights, I will assume, if they have this kind of stuttering or performance issues in certain areas, especially bosses, it might be a little bit frustrating. But other than that, again, I think I'm level 11 on the scatter tree ramping up, and I still have a lot of materials that I can use to ramp up. But I'm comfortable doing as I'm doing because, again, you got other tools that you can use. Last case scenario, you got the mimic tier that you can summon in boss fights that can help you out on at least distracting more difficult bosses. But other than that, I didn't have any major difficulty going about doing what I need to do on the game there. But yeah, and then that I will try to stream again today and tomorrow. VOD from yesterday's stream should be ready for today. So I'll be publishing throughout the day. When it's ready, I will publish. But yeah, other than that, again, keep your eyes on the Twitter thing when I live stream later today, hopefully. But yeah, basically this is it regarding channel updates and the such. And as always, I got all my content that I've been doing for I don't know how many years now, from even like early Hearthstone stuff. I spent a lot of time doing this. But yeah, completed gameplay series, 1080p and 4K, they're all there on the main page of the channel. Let's go for the news. We got some AMD kind of tidbits here and there. Supposedly, the RX 8000 GPU, so RDNA 4, will be presented at CES 2025. That the latest rumor seems to be that we are closing down on the window of when it's going to be presented and such. Again, I will assume they are still trying to figure out how they're going to put the lineup there, given that supposedly the Navi 38, assuming specifications or rumored specifications, should be, I don't know, 8700, let's say, hypothetical 8700 class card there that might have the same kind of performance equivalent to a 7900 GRE or almost close as a 7900 XT around about there, but with huge improvements in terms of ray tracing performance. I think that's going to be the major thing on this Navi, this RDNA 4. It's a little bit jump in performance on ray tracing. But yeah, other than that, everything is going to be lowered down on the lineup of this RDNA 4 at this moment in time. Again, they got those issues, especially on the high-end GPUs. again, what I think they were trying to do is using not only like the CCD, but having like two GPUs chips, let's say, on the same board. And I think that they encountered some connections issues on the connection itself, so it can be synced properly. I think that's the main issue that they had, from what I've been reading throughout this time. I think they were trying to attempt that, but again, I think they managed to. I think they got around eventually, but not in time to enter in mass production. So they passed that part of that troubleshooting that they had to RDNA 5. And I think if they manage to solve this while RDNA 4 is launched and probably put there on RDNA 5, I think we might see RDNA 5 coming out next year. And if that's the case, I will suppose that this is going to be a transition phase RDNA 4 in terms of everything, because of the lineup is not going to be a full lineup from high top tier GPUs and very low tier. But even though, again, 600 class cards from AMD, they usually are entry level, let's say. But I think they're going to take advantage of this, because I think that even the GPUs are a little bit better in terms of. But they got the AI stuff, the AI and the APU stuff. But I think like gaming laptops, I think they will see some Navi 44 laptops there. I think they will focus a little bit more on that for this chipset, because they don't have a full lineup. I will assume they don't have a lot to play with, so I think it's going to be a transition phase for RDNA 5. I will assume they will get around and get all the info from in terms of performance and reception of this CPU, and see what they can do for RDNA 5. And of course, you got the competition regarding the RTX 5000 series. Yeah, RTX 5000. Again, for sure, I'm not sure if NVIDIA is going to feel pressure to launch like a 5090. They probably will launch it, but it's going to be a very limited thing there, because they want to take advantage of everything they can for AI stuff, which usually the gaming GPUs usually are like the rests of or the non very well high yield chips. They usually put it on the AI stuff there, but I think they will try to take advantage as much as they can to not overproduce 5090s, if that makes sense, so they can put it there on the server side, where they are making the huge bucks at this moment in time. But we'll probably see a 5080, I don't know, almost reaching 4090 performance levels. And then we got Battle Mage. We don't know nothing about Battle Mage yet. We got some kind of rumors that we've been covering up. Probably they will try to reach for the high-end Battle Mage, trying to reach around 4080 kind of levels of performance, so they can have something that can be like a Halo product on the Battle Mage, but it's not going to compete on the high end on the newer GPUs. But it's going to be a huge improvement from Alchemist, which is it's good news if they manage to do that, because then it puts the pressure there to see if like the high tier GPUs they can launch, which can compete to the middle high end. Between the middle and the high end on the other competitors, if they can manage to reach something there with very decent ray tracing performance and all the upscaling technology that they have, and if it performs well, I think it's going to be going to going to sell pretty well. But yeah, other than that, regarding GPUs, is what we got at this moment in time. And then we get also from AMD the X3D from the Ryzen 9000 series. Again, they're going to come out eventually throughout this year. I think the 9000, the normal ones, they're going to come out later this month, if not mistaken. But probably the X3D, supposedly they are going to be, I don't know, September, October, more nearly to the Christmas kind of a thing, their launch window. And I will assume they will have also this high-end new chipsets for the motherboards. Yeah, but again, my usually my advice here, if you feel comfortable with the performance that you have, especially if you have already AM5 platform set up, you're pretty happy or satisfied with the CPU that you have and with the motherboards, because the motherboards are going to hang on more. Yeah, I don't think there's worth any kind of upgrading at this moment in time. Myself, I have a 7700X CPU. I'm not thinking even on see any kind of update on my CPU. I think I'm more than well regarding that. So it's something that I'm not even have it put it on my mind, even though I will cover this to see how how much better they can handle this. The only thing that might me want to jump to the 9000 series would be, for example, 9800X3D, because of the fact that it has X3D cache, and they will bring for this version of X3D supposedly full overclocking support. Again, it will be limited. It's overclock support, but it's going to be limited because you cannot ramp up that to like full throttle, or else you will eventually burn out the X3D cache thing there, because it's very heat sensitive. I don't know how, or you have to have like an excellent cooling solution to handle that. But yeah, other than that, I think if you already have a 7000 series CPUs and a decent middle range motherboard, I don't see the necessity of upgrading anything at this point in time. I think maybe 2 years from now, well, probably the 10,000 series might have some interesting things there. We will have to see how technology advances in that regard. But other than that, I think everybody's good to go if you already have an AM5 platform already set up for yourself. Again, if you got older platforms like AM4, I think this might be a good step of considering upgrading to AM5 platform, given that the prices and even the technology already matured a lot. From the get-go, it will be more easy to be jump into this without those issues that they had during the launch of the AM5 platform. I think it's going to be way easier for people to jump on here, because it's just prices are cheaper. There is availability on the platform itself. I think it's going to be a good jump forward for people that have older AM4 platforms, and if they have enough budget to upgrade for the AM5 platform, because there are still CPUs being launched on AM4 platform. There are some quick fixes that you can go if you have very old 3000 Ryzen CPUs and such, that can be managed throughout the AM4 platform. But yeah, other than that, again, good things on at least the M5 platform that I've been seeing here, which is good to see here. But yeah, and lastly, we've got only like, and if there is, again, today is Saturday, not much happening here. Got a lot of the drama here between YouTubers and gamers, and I'm a little bit tired. Again, there are people that cover that 24/7 that are more on the know than me. But yeah, other than that, I saw this showcases a new main story trailer here for Metaphor ReFantazio. Again, this is the same guys that Persona 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, I'm curious about this. Again, I never went for Persona stuff there, never, but they always seems they have some interesting stories and themes they try to approach, and this might be probably a good entry point for that kind of games. I don't know. I will have to wait and see how it reviews itself. So if I pull the trigger on this game or not. But yeah, it seems pretty interesting. But yeah, there is a trailer here. But that's the only thing that got my attention for the gaming news here. So let's wrap up some gaming deals. Again, until the 11th, we got a lot of the Steam Summer Sale. So we got a lot of games that are on sale. And for today, I will bring Marvel's Midnight Suns. Again, I managed to claim this on Epic Game Store for free. But yeah, Legendary Edition should be the way to go, supposedly, because of all the DLC characters there. We got Ori and the Blind Forest. This is the Definitive Edition, 75% off. And then we got the Will of the Wisp, 67% off. We got Journey. Again, I played this on the PlayStation. Not when it came out. But yeah, this is a pretty good game. Pretty good experience. And it's 70% off. We got Void Busters. Again, this got a stamp of approval for me. At this price point is excellent. again, I made a series, a gameplay series out of this game. So if you're not sure if this game is for you, you can check out the first a couple of episodes, so you can have an idea how everything is set up there on that game. We got also Red Dead Redemption 2. Again, this is one of those that I would like to try out, at least for myself, because it's an open world Western thing. It's, again, very positive scores all over the place. Yeah, it's one of those that I like to try out. Again, some of these games I avoid doing live streams, mainly depending on the publisher. I'm very reticent regarding Warner Brothers. They usually are very litigious in some stuff, but yeah, and Rockstar, depends on the days there. But yeah, this is a pretty good game. We got Nier. This is the Replicant. This is the kind of remastered version or remake version of the Nier Replicant. It's 60% off, which is the prequel to the well-known Nier Automata, and this is the Game of the Year edition, and it's also 60% off. We got also Hogwarts Legacy. Interesting, mixed. I don't know, some review bombing. Yeah, from 91 to 65 all of a sudden. Yeah, some review bombing here. Yeah, 60% off. Again, this is one of the games I will eventually will try out and see. I don't know if I stream, if I do a series out of it. We'll have to wait and see when it comes to that point in time. We got also Atomic Heart. We got a demo if you're not sure if this game is for you, which is always good to have a demo here, especially if it is not time limited. But yeah, it's always good to see this. Again, kind of Bioshocky in Soviet Union, alternate history thing here. Yeah, I'm interested to see what this is all about. And lastly, we got the Meow Meow game, so Stray, 40% off. Again, I will eventually get around and play this game, because you play as a cat, but you don't need to ask anything else there. But yeah, I will wrap up for today, guys. Not much happening here. Saturday. Tomorrow is my day off for gaming news stuff there. But yeah, I will wrap up with a plug on my Patreon. As usual, the Patreon is for extra support, and at this point in time, it's for me to be able to get around having a storage solution so I can have backups of the stuff that I do for my clients, and of course some extra space for the videos that I do for the channel. Yeah, with all that said, hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. So until then, Kunamy Master out.